Hello and welcome back to Age of Wonders 4. We're starting off a brand new campaign this morning as Holy Ghosts. I really want to show off some of the new Archon stuff, and I haven't played a ghost-based campaign since basically our very first campaign many moons ago. So we're going to start off by diving in. We're going to try a couple of new things this turn. We're going to try simultaneous turns on our playthrough, which is something a little bit different. We are going to ensure that there is no presence trait on here. We've built a world that has no presence traits. All of these keep getting not saved for me. Dormant Seals is going to be off. We're going to turn off Untouched. We're going to turn most of this stuff back on. I swear we just did this, but the game does not want to save these settings for me. We're going to be playing on a large continent with 7 players. We're going to be playing on a custom difficulty with simultaneous turns. Let's make sure this is all correct here. We're playing on challenging instead of challenging plus, but we are playing still with brutal difficulty, which has the new strategic bonuses that have been turned off for all of these characters. My God, this is really annoying. Let's go. These settings do not save right now, so let's go brutal as the base setting. We're gonna come back into here. I gotta make sure that all of this is correct. All of these need to be set to challenging with random strategic bonuses, so they have a chance of starting as large, medium, or small bonuses, meaning they might get extra cities, they might get extra levels, etc. You don't know if it's going to be your allies or the enemies who are getting that, and I kind of like it. We're turning all this down to challenging. Challenging plus is just an extra 20% difficulty, as like a handicap, basically, is what it used to be called. And I'm not a huge fan of it. It doesn't really affect like the way the AI thinks. So we're going to turn off score difficulty, but all the other difficulties are going to come on. And just, I better check this again, because I bet it didn't save this. Oh no, it did. So hopefully I've got all these correct now. We're going to dive right in and overwrite this realm. We are going to create a new faction. If you don't want to watch this, there's a timestamp down below. You should be able to click that and just skip through everything. We're going to play as the Ancients, but mostly because I just think that they are the best looking ghost. I think they look the spookiest in terms of ghosts. I know we just kind of did an Ancient run recently, but, you know, we're doing another one. We are going to take Ceaseless Cacophony, Empowered by Magic, and Elusive as our traits. We are not going to take Weak Constitution, and we're going to confirm that. The idea for this is that we have a 15% fumble chance against enemies. Once per turn, we're taking non-physical damage. We gain Strengthened, and we're also good at retaliation and opportunity attacks and not taking damage from them. I basically wanted to say, what would a ghost be? Ghosts are loud. They're always rattling chains. You know, they're hard to find. You can never see really a ghost. And ghosts are, well, they're magic, you know? So Empowered by Magic feels like it was the right choice for them. I want to be ghosty. Culture? We are going to play as the new Architects, but we're going to play as Architects of Astral. And this is literally just so I can unlock the tome I want. That's the whole reasoning behind it. That's I got nothing else in there. I guess I like the idea of ghosts doing some electrical damage. For traits, we are going to take Mana Channelers. Summoning spells are less expensive. Magic Origin units get extra experience. We are going to be using Angels along with our Holy Ghosts, because we are Holy Ghosts. And I want to try one of these new vision traits down here. So I'm going to take the Vision of Promise. On arrival to the realm, you must interpret a vision of promise. We are going to do, the promise is that a land must be conquered. We are ghosts who are coming in to conquer a land. So we're going to go for the Order Affinity here. We get a powerful throne city upon completion. So I'm very curious how this works. And we're going to start with the Tome of Warding because we get Phantasm Warriors. We're ghosts. Kind of makes sense. We're going to play as a Wizard King because we're going to have to do a lot of spells. And then we're going to have to make this guy look nice. We are going to be playing with the new Battle Saint. I'm going to try building a tanky Battle Saint, though I may eventually give him a two-handed sword instead. I've yet to fully decide on this. All of this I'm going to leave, I think, pretty much just standard right now. I want to give him a spooky ghost face mask. Let's just take out all of this to start while we build our way through. I want to give him the head spikes. These guys have a lot of different hair options, but I feel like a spooky ghost should probably just have a bunch of spikes sticking out of his head. I am not sure the color matters here because it doesn't really have hair. And I'm gonna give him the purple outfit, because I've never used this on any character, and a spooky ghost is finally the right guy for this. I'm also going to give him... Did I decide on headbands here? No, I'm going to give him this mask, which will look good in a moment once I figure it out. And we're going to give him the spooky ghost cape with the pauldrons. So he's got this spooky ghost energy to him. I like the look of him. He's got the right vibe. There is a color here that... For armor, I was going to go with kind of a burnished gold. I think this guy. And then for this, it was trying to match the bandages as much as possible, which I think is just that gray. Maybe this gray. I feel like that's going to come the closest to what we're looking for there. And probably purple to go with the little inlays of everything else here. I have honestly no clue what I'm going to pick as an icon. I've been working on this build at the wee hours of the morning, trying to make it make sense. Holy ghosts. I mean, to me, ghosts are astral. We could be a candle. But none of these really like scream ghost to me. But I do like the idea of the candle. Maybe a slightly brighter purple. A lavender purple? That might work. It's a bit of a weird color scheme, but... Ogrekin could be cool ghosts. It is true. I just feel like the ancients, when they turn ghostly, they're gonna look like they're like withered humans. And I feel like that's the right vibe. And then, yeah, just this like tarnished gold. So this is kind of going to be our spooky ghost wizard king. He is going to get that astral transformation later in the game. That'll really help his look. And I feel like, is there an all white horse? I feel like that's probably what we should take. The other thing was skin color. I just wanted to give him a slightly purple, just because it leans into everything else. We'll do the same for these guys. They should probably be super skinny, because they're ghosts. Yeah. We'll make them a little skinny. Not super skinny. So the army color is, again, just kind of that. Metal accent. Oh, they changed this. They must have just changed this in the patch this morning. This used to say weapon color. Now it's metal accent. I appreciate that. That's a better terminology, in my opinion. We'll give it that. For army skin decoration. You know what? I might just give him this Primal Fury blue. It weirdly kind of feels correct. And then hair color shouldn't really matter that much. Because these guys, you can barely ever see their hair anyway. I think let's just go white. Kind of matches the robes on the architect at the very least. We can actually change the mount type here. Spooky Ghost. Spooky Ghost should ride Spirit Bears. Would that give you a Spirit Bear? Oh, okay. Well, that's way funner. Yeah, well, I think let's do that then. I feel like if a Spooky Ghost is going to ride anything, it's going to be a Spirit Bear. They look like they've come through from the other side, so. Skinny Arthas 2.0, right? I think this is a vibe that kind of works, right? One problem I have with the Astral Mummy, the hands and feet aren't starry. Yeah, I mean, technically neither is the face, but the face is covered in bandages for us, so you can't really see it. And depending on what skin decoration you put on, it can kind of get changed up a little bit more. I actually kind of like this gold on him because it shows through the skin here. So I might just leave that gold plating to give just a little fleck of life. Yeah, you know what? Why not? Eye color, I don't think it's going to matter here, so we'll just make a blue. And you guys have white here, so we might as well give you guys kind of like a whitey purple as well, just in case we, for some reason, have to take off his hat. That didn't change the color of his helmet, did it? No? It's so funny because like the light has such a particle effect to it, like such a different shader effect to it, that it really makes the hoods look a different color. In comparison. That might be slightly better. Yeah, we'll go with this darker gray, which also then changed out all these colors to brighter colors. So I can get a slightly more fitting purple here. Let's go with that purple. Yeah. Okay. I like that. Spiked head reminds you of Hellraiser. Yeah. I mean, I like the spiked head, but I also think that like the mask with this with these pauldrons, it looks fitting. And I've never used like any of these elements before, so we've never had a character who actually looks like this, which is part of the reason I like it. And I think once we make him astral, he'll look really, really extra cool. So skinny, spooky ghosts, right? And then I'm happy with these dudes. Yeah.
Your
So
begins.
For names, I found out the word paraclete. I was looking up names for like the Holy Ghost, and the word paraclete is apparently like a name for like the advisor, the Holy Spirit as an advisor, and I just thought that was kind of actually just a cool name. And the race, I was gonna call them the Father Sons. I do need a Throne City name. I'm willing to take some suggestions for any of these if you have them while we look at the ambitions, while we set up the tome list. Now is your chance to get in here. We are a spooky ghost, so our goal is to haunt people. I think Fearmonger is what I want. Win a battle where 5 enemies are routed. Intimidating aura, vicious killer. I think that's going to be it. This hero is a symbol of fear. His AI personality maybe is Sage. Protective Sage, vassalization and magic, values alliance. Likes emperors with summoned units and vassals. Honestly, I think that might be him, Protective Sage. He could be an isolationist, though. Strong defensive force, peaceful coexistence, purity of mind. I mean, we are. I think I'm gonna go Protective Sage. It's maybe a bit strange, but we could work it out. We are gonna take for our books. We're gonna take the Tome of Zeal, the Tome of Warding, the Tome of Zeal. We're gonna check out the new Tome of Virtue. There it is. We're gonna grab then the Tome of Doom Herald. After which we're gonna grab Tome of Subjugation. You can see the morale play here. We're gonna try the new Tome of Prophecy. I need that so that we can get Astral 6, so that we can then take the Tome of Astral Convergence to give us Ghost form. After the Tome of Astral Convergence, we can take Tome of the Archon to get the new Angel units, and then we can go Archmage for the finale. After which, if we need anything else, it's probably taking something like Tome of the Mirror or like Tome of Teleportation for Phase Beasts, but there's not really anything else I need directly in there. This is the main tome path. So I'm happy with those. What is the point of AI personality? If that hero then shows up in another game, it will follow those personality traits. That's basically it. That's the whole thing. Purgatory for the Throne City name. That's actually pretty good. I like that. I like that. Trinity, the Holy See, the Sepulchre, the Crypt, the Mausoleum, Casper. I did think about calling them Caspers. That was my original name, and then I thought of Father Sons, and I just thought that was so stupid, because then they're the Father Sons and the Holy Ghost, right? Or the Holy Spirit. I think we'll call them Holy Spirit. The Final Rest. I like Purgatory. More aggressive or not, who they attack, evil or good. Yeah, when you play another game in the future, because we have like a huge pantheon and they often get pulled in. So we're not taking the Tome of Revelry, because the Tome of Revelry is just all about increasing your own morale, and more so I want to remove other people's morale. Also, I want to take, like, Tome of Revelry is tier 2, and like Tome of Doom Herald I need for the morale. I also need this for Corrupt Souls, which are going to be like our main frontline fighters. And then the Tome of Virtue I need for Paladins. I also, I want the Angels. Originally, I was going to take Tome of Shades instead of Tome of Virtue. But I thought, honestly, I just kind of was like, I want to show off the new units. Tome of Shades would have been nice because we would have gotten Skirmishers, but we wouldn't have Paladins. So we'd have no shield units, so our entire front line would be 3 Corrupt Souls, or 2 Corrupt Souls and a hero, probably. And then our entire back line would have been like 2 Shades and a Oracle. We would have gotten some Tyrant Knights in there probably to like switch out. Eventually, it probably would have been like 2 Corrupt Souls, a Tyrant Knight, an Oracle, a Shade, and then a hero. You have options to throw in something like an Astra as well then. But I thought instead of Shades, I could just use Vigils. And then I would also get Paladins, so we have a little bit of diversity that we can play with. Also, I'll be honest, like, Shades don't really work unless you're going for a blind build. They're nice, but they do different stuff. What gives fear? The Tome of Subjugation, mostly. So the Tyrant Knights have Oppress, they have Demoralizing Charge Strike, they have Intimidating Aura, but also then the Tome of the Doom Herald, the Corrupt Souls, these guys do extra damage based on like low morale. And they also drain morale. So I think the combination should work pretty well together. All right. Holy Spirit, Paraclete, Wizard King from beyond, the arcane powers will shape the future of the Father Sons of Purgatory. Venerable human beings corrupted ages ago, they overcame their decay through magical enhancements. They communicate through a cacophony of noise that would drive anyone else mad. They found power through magical pain and have trained to dart in and out of combat, not giving their enemies much time to strike back. They commit themselves to build their own wonders, aspiring to serve a greater purpose. Their society is attuned to the astral flows, enabling them to channel arcane powers, and they are destined to settle in a land of promise. Let's get in there. He's a handsome looking fella, he is. I like the Spirit Beer, honestly. I think that's a good little addition here. Let's hope we find the wonder that allows us to recruit blessed souls. That would be pretty nice. But also we'll have quite a few vassals, so there's a good chance we could get that through, just like Rally of Kings. Casper Doom Spirit. That's a very good name for a hero. We should name a hero that. Day 1 dawns. Looks like we have a frozen world, maybe? A new ruler emerges. Explore your surroundings, expand your domain, prepare to face your rivals and become master of this realm. Your choices will shape the new age of wonders for waiting for combat. We're playing on simultaneous turns and it's going nuts already. We've got agents with ceaseless cacophony, empowered by magic, and elusive. We are architects of astral with mana channelers and a vision of promise, which we're going to do the order affinity. We start with conjure elemental, nice, and static shield. This is going to be storm elementals, I guess. The realm breathes a scent of fate that affects you. It doesn't take long before you succumb to a dream. You stand amid unfinished foundations of clay at dawn, familiar and safe. Heath surrounds you? With only 2 landmarks in sight, the rising sun's ray bounce off of crowns suspended in the sky, looming over a walled city atop a steep hill. Meanwhile, the moon illuminates a path of debris leading into dense forest where countless eyes gleam beneath its canopies. A thundering voice commands, "Guide your father sons towards their paradise." Heath is a plant, a shrub grassland. Oh, I didn't know this. Which destination belongs to you? The walled city, the forest of debris, or will you remain inside the foundations of clay? We'll ascend the faraway hill towards the walled city. You arrive at the walled city and the gate is barred. Dark figures march high along the ramparts. The way is shut. The crown floating over the city beckons to you. Its glow warms your heart and incites a rousing promise in your soul. You see carvings in the city wall, faded images of your father's sons and of yourself. This is your land. The city belongs to you, yet you are not its lord. Enemies leering at you from imposing fortifications stand in your way. The dream ebbs away, its message clear. Find the prophesied land occupied by the pretenders and conquer it for your father's sons. And I will gain a free paladin. By the swords of the father sons, I will win my paradise. Ooh, corner of the map? Well, close. We are mostly in the bottom left corner. This is a pretty good place to get a throne city. I mean, it's very, very close to the map edge. But that could be good. This is all protected down here. I see a wonder. This looks like a gold wonder here. That's a gold wonder for sure. This might even be a faded region or a landmark. I think we're on a Pangea map. Surface start. Everyone starts on the surface. And it does look like we are up against Frostling transformation characters, which is not bad for us. We are going to do fire and spirit damage, or at least some fire and spirit damage. Mostly lightning damage, but... So we start with a Lesser Storm Spirit, a Shade Maker, and an Earthbreaker. A Scout, and a Paladin. Oh, we start with a Paladin. That's so nice. We're going to pick up Phantasm Warriors because they are ghosts. And, well, I guess you're probably going to go down here and then across. So why don't we send this Scout northward and see what kind of goodies we can come into. We'll start with the old storehouse start, and let's see. You're melee, you're melee, melee, melee. Why don't we grab a cultivator first? And then this is an angelic envoy, which is pretty nice. And we'll get ourselves cooking right away. My God. Last game we had an underground start and now a surface start, right? Starting with a paladin is very, very good. Mercenaries, skeletal polearms, ancestral wardens. These guys have jump. But you know what? We don't really have that many guys that's a problem with. I have options, like, do I plug them in here? That would make it that he can't jump that far. 1, 2, 3. You know what? Actually, I think that's probably the way to go. One, 2, 3. 3. 3. So he can get behind my guys, but he can't get any closer than that. So if I go like here, we'll go here. Unless you do that. Wow, they played me pretty well there, actually. So I do have charge attacks. You're a skeletal polearm. You're a mercenary. Let's not be capable of canceling your retaliation. Oh no, that did work. These guys are weak to spirit. Are they also dead? Death casting is on the map. Super growth and whiteboard. Ooh. Oh, this could be a very good map for us. You're gonna die if I leave you here. With a slight possibility you don't. But it's not a very high one. Yeah, look at this, man. A skeletal pole arm will fully kill me. I mean, I know I'm on a grizzly bear, but holy smokes. You'd get retaliated. So I think I just need to do that so I don't get instant killed. I think I'm gonna have to static shield you. And then honestly, that's death. So why don't we just take this? That said it would kill, and then it lied to me. All right, well, can't win all of them. You got stunned attacking a shade maker. Why do you have static shield? Oh, nice. Target friendly unit and another within 3 hexes gain a shield. I actually didn't realize that it worked like that. This guy does get first strike. But we can cancel his second attack. You can do big damage here. You can actually smite this guy is probably the best option. And I think we'll just put some shots into him in the meantime. He's still stunned. We'll go with that flank there. Cancel the retaliation. That guy gets Mire crocodiled. But that should pretty much deal with him. Goddamn jump. Goddamn jump. Cancel the retaliations. Do some damage. Kill him? Wow. An absurd amount of damage there. I can gain a free monk. Plus 10 alignment. Or all of my non-hero units gain a rank. Honestly, I think I'm going to take the monk right now. A blazing light dazzles you. From its splendor, a vigil emerges. In its layered voice, resonating with metallic harmony, be not afraid, for this was your ordeal. And in its glory you have bathed. These foul creatures so no longer ravage these sacred lands. Rise now and seek your divine retribution. Yeah, let's get a monk. You know, we lost a charger, but we got this guy. Honestly, it's a pretty good deal. Be not afraid. Took damage, lost a figure, did less damage itself. I don't mind. You know, sometimes you gotta lose a guy. We have a wonder down here, Clawmark Cave. This looks like a small underground, which is pretty good because everyone started on the surface. And that's it. Hear me out. Primal frogs with only monks. Lore accurate frogs. Trying to find that original post. Shakel, hello. Lurking on. Appreciate it, my dude. With only monks and primal polearms, and we just jump to victory. I like that idea. You know what's really funny? I was sitting here waiting for the turn to end, forgetting the fact that I'm playing on simultaneous turns. The turn ended automatically. Elder Staff. Hello, Elder Staff of the Oathbound Monkeys. Chosen Destroyers. Oh, good. Have a Whispering Stone. May you chosen destroy somebody who is not me. A lot of spiders there, but they are kind of dangerous. So I'm just going to keep adventuring. Honestly, if this is a city, this is a city. I should probably build an outpost somewhere like here. And then maybe another one here. And that would give me pretty good protection. So I think that's what we're going to aim to do. Wow, turns so fast. That looks like it might be a faded land. That also looks like it might be a gold wonder. No. Just a blossom orchard. But that's a silver wonder, possibly with blessed posts. You're another angelic envoy and a derelict workshop. Okay. You're a pretty beefy envoy. There's good stuff down here, though. This would, in fact, be a pretty good spot for an outpost. One, two. One, two. You got the gold vein right there. I'd normally rather build where the gold vein goes, but get like a little closer to those pastures, maybe. You've also got rocks. You know what? Maybe we build the outpost here. Yeah, that feels a little bit smarter to me. We'll work with that. We'll have Phantasm Warriors in 3 turns that we can start summoning as well. Let's make sure that we just get this population going, because I desperately need it to get going. There's pastures here, but I think for the sake of getting things cooking... Oh, man, a brigand camp that close? Damn, that'll get the storehouse going. Raven, what's up? How we doing? What's this Let's Play about? We're going to be doing a Holy Ghost build. So we are playing with Astral, we're playing with Order, and we're trying to make some spooky, spooky ghosts. Get that outpost down. And let's sneeze. Those are occupied. Angels? That's I didn't expect. Elementals? I don't know why there's angels here. We've already unlocked the casting point bonuses. Yeah, we have a lot of Astral right now. We don't have a lot of Order yet. This is a Lost Queen's Crypt, so it's only the Corrupt Soul, but that's still, like, good for us. And then I'm going to make my way over here towards this brigand camp. I'll tell you what, I'm going to grab this cultivator so we can bring it down and have it join the army. It might be enough that we could take on this army. I wouldn't mind that because they'd probably give us another good unit. And then I'm going to need more scouts for sure. Sparkly spooklies. What I'm waiting for is sim turn like 80. Yeah, I mean, I'm very curious how it's going to play as we get so much further later on. Let's just merge up with you first. 473. It's not great. The thing is a war breed is like very difficult to kill. Because it's got natural regen. It's also got inner fire. Ugh. And super growth. Super growth on a war breed is the worst because they hit for so much on a retaliation attack already. Man, there's so few towers around. It's really hard for me to get my bearings here. Let's boost that storehouse. I'll grab the magic texture archive. I'm realizing I'm not going to need any of this astral stuff early, so I can just spend the money on populations. Let's grab a farm. Maybe I should have made that a quarry. Make that one a quarry. Get us moving a little bit. An outpost. A pilgrim passage. Add blessed souls to the Rally of Legions. Wow, that was perfect. I didn't even know that was down there. Let's grab the work camp on that right away at 492. And we got Phantasm Warriors. Staves of Warding will be good. You know what? I could just cast that next to our guy and give us some backup. And then I think let's take this fight then. Let's see how we do. Holy ghosts with ghostly holes. Did they rework the order affinity tree? Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of new order stuff. They haven't really reworked the affinity tree. The affinity tree is still like very vassal focused for the most part. Obviously, it has a few things in there that aren't, but it does have that like most bonuses do vassals. You have a warhound and an inferno puppy. Oh my god, look at this Houndmaster riding the Blessed Dragon, but he's not actually riding the Blessed Dragon. He's just like floating above it. That's a good bug. I appreciate that one. I did not realize that there was a Houndmaster in here and a Pyromancer. Oh, Christ. He has so much range on Flame Strike. Why does Flame Strike have a range of 6? They must have changed that. We can't even jump on him. Okay. You guys are gonna go like this? You're actually gonna cast Lay on Hands on this guy. Okay, the monk can shut that down now. You can't reach, but you and you can. So you there, jump. You can't jump there. Jump 2. I'm so used to spiders, which have jump 3. Oh no. Okie dokie. Fire resistance. This guy's not undead? No, oddly enough, he is not. So I'm gonna smite the Inferno puppy since he's got spirit weakness. You might as well go after that archer. Kind of think you're gonna be better off just doing shield wall because we're gonna get hit with a burst. 2, 3, 4. That would allow you to archer all of them. Good news is that the Warbreed can't get through. Do I bring you up and do defensive warding, or do I just bring you up and zap somebody? I think I just bring you up and zap somebody. And then, yeah, let's do a static shield. It'll double static shield these guys in the front, so. All right, that's not too bad. He could have been way more of a jerk about that for sure. Nerd, hello. Welcome, 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 welcome. We're playing as the Father, Sons, and the Holy Ghost today. How are you doing? How was your campaign? What were you playing as? Welcome on in, Raiders. We're just doing one of our first early fights. We just started a new campaign not very long ago at all. I probably should have done an AoE shot with them, but I got to get rid of that archer somehow. And I don't know how else we're going to do it if we don't go that way. Hop. Hop, skip with our monks. You're going to meditate. You can definitely just beat up these doggies. That guy's a lot of ouch if we hit him. That guy's a lot of ouch. So let's just hit you instead. We can kill those dudes. $13, 90. I mean, we'll work on that mage, I guess. Might lose this archer. Oh, man. The Houndmaster on a single Blessed Dragon does a lot of damage. Admittedly, a lot more than I was expecting. You're just going to have to take that shot, I think. Probably should have waited on that jump. You'll get killed by that retaliation attack. It is that brutal. Wowza. I actually take more from the retaliation than I do from just... You know what? He can only hit me once, so... We should do that. If he wants to move and charge, he's got to take that retaliation, so... and now he's within range of my charger, and I can cancel his retaliation. And just punch him a lot. Need to raid and run for the food, right? First story realm is insane. There's something wrong with it. Fought 20 armies in 6 turns when going through the first portal. Yeah, we did the exact same thing. They have modified it. There was a patch actually this morning that helped fix the story realm, because on brutal difficulty, it actually gives you challenging plus, which is like all enemies deal 20% extra damage and you deal 20% less damage. So it's like a 40% power buff. For some reason, also, there was a bunch of undead units spawning with the Crusader hosts, which kind of screwed up any build that you might have to, like, just fight angels. But it's a totally nonsense. It's a totally nonsense story realm right now. It's all over the damn place. I suppose that's somewhat half the joy. Let's heal these guys. And I guess that's all I can do. This guy is breaking morale right now because that's kind of what we do best. We can smite him in the back. And then we can kill him with our hero. Notice challenging plus, which was also a gripe. Yeah. It's a pretty big difference, the challenging plus stuff. So what cancels retaliation? Shock units. So shock units charge attack always removes retaliation. With the one exception being if the character has like heavy charge defense and has first strike, then that will actually cancel the charge attack. So there are certain polearm units that can stop this. But for the most part, sweeping charge, any of the charges will cancel retaliations. Story realms are really that tough. I need to get back to them. I like yourself a good challenge. Oh yeah. Oh, they're absolute toughies. So we did lose our archer. We can get a grave caller with raise undead. Or we can gain 32 steady stability for 6 turns and 10 good alignment. I don't really want raise undead. That doesn't really feel right for us. So we'll take the good alignment. I mean, it does make doing events easier. And then we'll just pick up this Phantasm Warrior for now. We got what we need. Let's keep marching. We got our first level up. We are going to take Paladin on you as our new Battle Saint. We'll see how it all plays out. We got a Lover's Spring up here. A lot of good wonders around. I'm realizing I should really heal. Problem with this outpost is it doesn't have any good roads that lead into it, so it takes so many turns to get into. It has a lot of things around it to fight. 400, 400, 450. Yeah, I think we're going to take a moment here to defend this outpost and just like kill off the things surrounding it, because this is where we're going to be setting up our second city. So I think that's the smarter play. There's no towers up here, so I'm just going to beeline for this guy first. We got another scout here, so why don't we head straight across to this tower and look at that. Thermopolis. Autumn with an address about the astral. 60% chance. Animate all in attendance to award you with abounding applause. The worst case here is we get an astral crisis, which we do, but we just got 36 stability, so that actually kind of offsets it. We're going to grab one more scout. I like triple scouts. And I'm just going to cast one of these, but not actually build it. We're just going to hold on to them. Story realms are harder on average than your average sandbox game. Yes, absolutely. They have all sorts of like crazy increased difficulties. We do need to also get this pasture, so I think that's what we'll go for first. It is a scarred divide. An uninhabitable, desolate ocean marks the center of the map. I'm not sure where. I want to say it's north-south, but if there is a scarred divide, it's really quite small here, so. You like the hood on this guy? The one that covers your eyes that looks like a bird's beak? It's got a good vibe to it. I think he looks spooky. He looks ghostly. We got everything boosted up here, which is so nice. I think let's go with the early workshop so that we can just get things built faster. So they do have some Wonderstone in there, but we'll grab that once we have permission. And there is some mana up in these hills. I wouldn't actually mind grabbing that really quick. I'll probably have this guy actually come all the way down here and scout this out, since it's going to take us a little bit to actually get there with our hero. You've unlocked locking and shuffling skills and swimming. I don't need either of those, but I do need 200 to found a city. And if I found a city, I need a forester. Honestly, I'm just going to go straight for founding the city right now. 499. We'll wait one more turn. Make sure we're healed up all the way. And then you can make your play on that. You're going to grab that mana and then come back over here and grab that. Purgatory is ready to annex more stuff. Granary is going to require a second forester. This is a forester only slot. Why don't we take that, because it also moves us towards the Lost Queen's Crypt. And I feel okay about that. And Undead and Alive, thank you for the follow, by the way. Welcome to the agency. Play Macarena by Love Stel Rio. I don't know what we'll be naming that. I don't know we're going to be naming anything that. We do have a couple of renames, but we don't have any extra heroes in yet, so. Oh my god, the simultaneous turn is throwing me off so much. Jeez, man, I might just go for this Great Ziggurat right away. It's 10 gold, it's 2 turns, it's as good as a vendor. I got the money for it while the outpost is building. Why not? There's Staves of Warding. I do love Mark of Invulnerability. It's saved my bacon more times than I can count, so we're going to grab him. I'd like to know just what's over here. Thank you. Okay. And then we'll probably go up that way with that scout. You're going to grab this tower. Is this the Scarred Divide? This is the Scarred Divide. So it is like a... Interesting. It is a lava divide that goes from north to south. Oh, and this is the edge of it here, too. Ah, cool. Okay. Ah, so this is a really well tucked in outpost. Oh, you like this guy's mask that makes him look like a bird. Oh, yeah, especially with the feather cape. So you're going to be there. That actually means that this city does not have a lot to grow, so I don't want to box him in too much, but I should box him in at least a little bit more. If I take that and then maybe leave him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. He's got underground as well. So he could probably fill up to a 15 slot vassal. That's actually pretty good. Those guys are spewing out of that cave already, which is unfortunate because that's going to cut me off from mirror fields. It's going to be tricky to block them off. I think it's okay, though. All right. What do we got? Storm Spirits, Lesser Storm Spirits, and a Serpent. Probably can't auto that easily. No. I mean, we might still lose a guy in this no matter what we do, so... You're a big guy with Shocking Phase. This is a lot of electrical damage. It's a lot of electrical damage, it is. Let's just make sure that I don't suck those charges. Always hit 4. I mean, I can't really do a lot about that. He's gonna teleport wherever he wants. Oh, okay. I didn't expect that. I will admit that falls under the unexpected situation. Man, that means this Earthbreaker is almost definitely dead. These guys do Lightning Blast, which is just gonna do nothing here. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna static shield them. This guy's gonna die. There's pretty much nothing I can do about that, so cancel his retaliation. Do as much damage as you can. You do as much damage as you can. He's gonna get charge struck, but he's gonna require at least 2 hits, so at least it's pretty tasty damages. Yuck. You have static shields, so do I want to conjure an elemental? I think I do. Wasn't sure if he was going to get full movement. I should have moved him back so he could have gotten the better charge, but oh, okay. Guess I should have taken that auto resolve. Holy smokes. God damn, dude. Good grief. He's dead. He's dead. He's not quite dead, but we'll get there. Ah! Gold ship was here. Fool Manchu, thank you for the follow, dude. Welcome to the agency. Okay, Elemental, sorry for existing, right? My god, my monk, my Earthbreaker, and my Phantasm Warrior. Damn, I'm sad about losing that monk. That is why we were, like, prepped to summon more ghosts. I got no money, honey. I did level up, though. We're going to take Saint's Fervor, which is like a heal based on Fervor, I think. Here's the thing. I could take Warrior's Fervor, but I feel like they just don't like attacking my hero. This allows you to heal other units in range 1. This allows you to heal yourself and get stacks of strengthened. You know what? I think I am going to take Warrior's Fervor. I was going to take the middle road, but ain't sure about it. I'm not sold. The insolent Lucerna. So this is to be my capital city. Masters of Anti-Magic. All right. Interesting. So kind of what I'm thinking about right now is actually coming back, replenishing troops, knocking out this brigand camp, building an outpost up here, and then that'll give me my 3 cities on the edge, and then I can focus on Lucerna without worrying about like somebody else coming in and stealing all my territory. I do have more armies to wipe out, but until I have troops, that's going to be kind of hard to do. Warrior, good for the dispel. I don't think it does dispel. Just gives you HP and strengthen. I suppose dispel's weakened if you look at it that way, but can't wait to see your reaction to the ward you get for conquering the city. I mean, I hope it's good. I feel like it probably won't be, but I hope it is. Stonemason requires 2 farms. Staves of warding. So extra resistance on those guys. We have another hero. We get level 1s or level 3s. I'm mostly going to want... Good question. Ranged? No, I guess I could use anybody. Because I'm going to have Tyrant Knights and Paladins. I'm going to have a lot of spooky ghosts. I don't have the money for any of this right now, so it doesn't truly matter. So you've explored across the way. Maybe let's like just go up the lava divide right now and see what else we got going on here. Oh, this is cool. It's like a lava cliff. I'm going to have you come up here. This is a fated region? If so, that's quite nice. What do these guys cost? 8 mana upkeep. It's a bit expensive. I'm going to have ranged units pop up now that we have level 2, so I can start getting shade makers again. Seven turns. Tempolis. It's a good name for a city. Damn, man, I'm broke. I'm broke as hell. Research city structures cost less gold in production is actually pretty valuable this early in the game. Especially when you consider the fact that the Megatextural Archive counts as one of these. So it's 42 instead of 60 gold. Oh, ye of little faith. Rar is war. Rar, rar. War the band. Rar and everything. Oh! Mineral Master Felguard Tor Tamer. A Rock King Giant wearing Revenant armor. Well, he's building a city here. So much for that plan. I guess. Elder staff cordially invites you to hunt down dire penguins. Yeah, okay. There's our mark of invulnerability. Grab magical wards. This guy just claimed that conduit. God damn, dude. Another ruler is negotiating with this city. And is somehow beating me to it. He has to be, like, just up here. He is. That's a pink ruler. Howling Castle. Howl's Howling Castle. So we're boxed in here and here, that means. So Purgatory, Thermopolis, Tempolis, Lucerna, and whatever else we can get down there. We got to make sure we get to Lucerna before anybody else. Let's get those archives up. Hello, Fate-forged Harbinger Sevroth Blood Drinker. You seem violent. $292 on these penguins. Okay, so we could probably just go take them. Man, we are broke. Let's try to get up here and grab that Wonder Stone before it's a problem. Okay, there she is. Level 4. This is also her city here, Magnaford. I don't know what this place is, but it is full of production stacks for me to loot. Kill these penguins. I don't think I do need to lose a character here. Not against penguins. Penguins are like pretty straightforward. See how that goes. I wanted to take the lucky flowers. Okay. You are on fire somehow. Give those guys static shield. Stunned. 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 That should make my life a bit easier. We got a free round. finish off them. Much better. Claim all the meat and gain a population. Grab a bunch of gold. Gain a seal bearer with formidable hunter. That's really bad for that character. Or gain 64 Imperium. Right now, we definitely have a gold problem. That's quite a lot of food as well, though. Gonna make a joke, the war song wasn't that old since being invented for the Rush Hour movie, but Rush Hour is a month away from being 27. I'm getting legitimately geriatric. Yeah, I know that feeling. I know that feeling all too well. Were griffins added to the summon animal pool? Good question, because there is griffins and there is celestial griffins. Summoning them on blessed fields, definitely. That's a good guess. They probably have been added, because they've been pretty good about that. Parry on.
AgentNumberOne.
46 months, my dude. Thank you so much. Appreciate you being here, dude. With all these dead, no wonder you're gonna get gonna play ghosts. If they're dead and they get killed, do they become alive? That's a good question. That's a great debate. Oh man. All right, we do get the 200 plus relationship here. I think I'm gonna take the pop. This is going to hurt my relation if I build here, but it's also like the only way I could potentially get that mirror field, and it also blocks them from the Queen's Crypt. What I'd like for them to do is build their city up this way. What I'd like to do is grab a mine and some gold. But we don't always get to do what we want. I'm also not sure that we're going to get to keep these guys. Because these Eldritch rulers are using Eldritch magic to try and steal them from me. Which is pretty dang frustrating, but ain't much you can do about it. Is that really a stash of gold just sitting there? Production. Well, I'll happily take that. You are now trespassing because of this. This guy definitely has an advanced start. All right, we'll keep scouting that way. You got money. You can build a shrine for 0 turns because you got so much production just then. I could build an Architect Institute, though, for pretty cheap and a single turn. Or a market for extra money, or a stonemason for extra production. But I'm going to go with the Architect Institute. This guy gets a little bit of expansion. I would definitely love to get this gold mine. But I gotta think about what you need currently, and it's farms. I also need a hero, but I can't afford them. This guy wants a friendship. Honestly, he's Order and Astral. That's a pretty good play. He's also bordering me. An intersection that's kind of difficult to deal with. That Derelict Workshop is sending an army towards me, and I have no walls. I also definitely have no way to deal with a derelict workshop that's going to produce a 700, 800 strength army. With 2 roving furnaces and a mage lock cannon. And blight blades and frost blades? Oh my god, are you for real? It's an anti-angel world. Blessed Fields. Blessed Fields is nice. I like that. Okay, we need money, honey. She rivaled me. Fairly unsurprising. You have found Wild Empress Omona Brambleseed. She could be a friend. A divination dome. This is new. Adds lesser light spirits and light spirits. Gives the ability to convert production into knowledge in the structure queue. Whoa. Okay, that rules. I think we have one of them right here as well. So I like that. Creo, take it easy, my dude. Formosal greetings, agent, agency, and adjacency adjacent additives. Managed to get to mid-game in Distant Worlds 2, but man, it's a slog with the messages that pop up. Is there options for like controlling notifications in that game? I always feel like that's one of those quality of life things that comes like way too late in grand strategy games. The furnace is a dream of becoming undead with those enhancements. Yeah. This is gonna suck because we do want angels, and this basically means that like all of our angels are gonna be punished by that. Good news is that like ghosts won't be. Don't summon them yet, but summon them soon. I need to rush that guy. I don't think I can do it. That's his capital. Okay. Oh, there's a cursed fields up here. Okay. All right, he is thankfully at least going to burn down some structures before just like trashing my entire place. Man, I hate to do this. He's not really giving me much choice. Distrusting locals. Ah, so it's very hard to claim free cities. This is gonna be damn near impossible to kill. We'll see how it goes. We'll play it out. I guess let's go this way around him and up that way. You're fully healed, so you might as well just start marching down to the city. Before negotiations with Elder Staff resume, Mahamai Broadswing greets you, flanked by 2 guards holding a malnourished man in chains. A gift for our mutual entertainment. I'm going to take that evil point because we have a little bit of good and I can afford it. And it's very, very hard to make friends. Especially when these Eldritch people are clearly doing some sort of Eldritch shenanigans here. According to this, I'm going down like 1 per turn. And I know that's not correct, but... Number 2 is going to be the Tome of Zeal. This is also going to give us Zealots, which is something that we can summon that costs gold instead of mana. Zealots have also become extremely good with the recent patches.
Of righteousness is a gift unto your subjects.
And considering I don't really have troops, I'm going to take advantage of that. I'm also then just going to straight up pick up this gold mine because I desperately need gold right now. So, I guess let's just keep exploring up this way a little bit. You're going to grab that tower and then we'll have you kind of go back to this path. He can't reach us yet. And hopefully he does not end up being too much of a problem. Sir, we stand a change. Must have seen the last run, right? Mac, what is the gayest question? A query? I see what you did there. Very good. Very good there. They added that, yep. You can pick which message categories to get, but it's a tough choice when you're learning the game. Yeah, totally fair, yeah. I did want to go for fewer vassals this run. You're not wrong. I need 150 mana to turn on our stuff. That guy is gonna probably go straight for this city, so... Village. Lucerna is sending a war party. That guy got killed. Maybe I can like sneak up here. Where's this other guy here? No, that's not much. We can head over this. God King's Throne. This looks like I'd get the village as a defense. Trying to think if I have anything to shut down that mage lock cannon. Not really. Build that building in case he attacks me and it like resets the timer. Furnace reminds me of the one run where you had 2 dragon nests nearby. Derelict Workshop I find is like one of the absolute worst things to start next to. I tell you what, I'm gonna quick save and we're gonna try this fight. I'm not sure this is winnable. Yeah, so we don't even have palisade walls. which is a part of the issue here. Okay, sundered. You can block him. That retaliation is absurdly painful. Yeah, see, this mage lock is gonna do an insane amount of damage. I don't think that retaliation attack is worth it. Should have put it into position first. Ow. Ow. I didn't think these guys would be able to one-shot a summon. Came as a bit of a surprise there for me. Giant Slayer bow is pretty handy there. If you move, you're dead. If you attack him, you're dead. If you attack him, you're dead. That guy's gonna kill whoever he wants. Think that's my best option. Dude, that's insane. That these roving furnaces one-shot a shield unit from full health? That's crazy. Well, we might as well load back to that quick save. Holy moly. Okay, so I literally just lose this city is what happens here. I can't do anything about this derelict workshop. Actually, I lose this army no matter what I do, because he's just gonna attack me here. Ooh. 11, 8, 8, and 3. I don't know how that's doing that much damage. 19, 27, 30 damage. 20% up to 3 hexes. So like 30 with 60? How did he do 70 damage? It was a flank. Be 3 times 6, 18, 30, 48 damage with flanking. Flanking adding an extra 25% on 48. An extra 12 damage would be 60 damage. That's still not enough to kill him. I don't know how he got killed there. Maybe it criticaled. Finally had enough money to buy the premium edition. Includes quite a lot of DLC. Bought the angels as well because I think they're cool. Nice. The runs we watched over here and the nearly endless possibilities. There's so many ways to play the game. It's nuts. I don't know, man. I guess let's just maybe he'll try to burn something down instead. And I can try and build another army up. No, he's gonna attack me. All right, well, I'll give it a try. I guess I could just flee my army. There are some fortifications back here. Spooky ghosts can go through the walls. The problem is that mage lock cannon is just gonna like shred anybody who tries to fight me. I can't go any further back. Interesting. These roving furnaces have 10 defense? Because he's in a shield wall. Okay. Pick a theme, no matter how stereotypical, and run with it. Favorite book, movie, comic, show. Yeah. I agree. I mean, if I move forward, I get shot with the mage lock cannon, so... There's really nothing for me to do here except to roll over and die. Shooting that guy at least spills the burning molten onto him. Okay. More burning molten. Well, we got one guy down. That's so much damage. Fumbled. Oh my god. Saved by the fumble. Charge strike. I know I'm taking the burning from that. I don't really have a choice. You have 3 stacks of fervor. Shut down the mage lock, even if temporarily. You have nice flanks on him. You have a nice flank on him. You're going to get charge struck. There's little to no question about that. He actually went for the summon. Oh, well, okay. That guy got stunned. I think we wait. Should go there. I can't conjure another elemental. That's interesting. He blocked his charger. Can't kill him anyway, so I had to guarantee that hit. You can drop a lay on hands. Fervor. Here's the thing. I could actually just move here, then cast Lay on Hands, and I'd be threatening it, so it wouldn't be able to attack. And if I moved here... I don't know if that would work. I have 2 options here. One is actually go into shield wall. That is so much damage. That says flanked, but it shouldn't be a flank because you're in defensive mode. You know what? You benefit from being hit. Double, you know what? I can cast Static Shield here. So if they do get hit, there's a chance of stun. Resisted it twice. Mage Lock didn't, though. You're flanked. But I forgot that that does damage to me. Almost guaranteed I'm dead here. I was hoping that he would survive just enough. And he didn't. The burning killed him. I was hoping that he could attack afterwards. I did get a stun in here. I'm very grateful for. I did it again. I did it again. I made the big stupid. And then instead of attacking just then, I did Astral Affinity. I think I could have just won, and I just screwed myself. Still alive, barely. Oh my god. Holy smokes. I did lose my paladin, which sucks, and obviously my hero is in the void, though that can be remedied. Holy Ghost is more like it. Holy ghosts. Wow, I actually cannot believe I got out of that. Got out of it is definitely a loose terminology. Oh, good. Lucerna's army is here. 781. Not sure how I'm meant to get out of that. Obscurium. This guy's already vassalized. Man, I am broke as hell. I don't even have an army and I'm broke. He's gonna get that city. They just moved on to my gold vein as well. What are we up against here? An Iron Golem, an Astral Siphoner, a Daylight Spear, a Sun Priest, a Dawn Defender, and then a Mage. Yeah, I've definitely not the army to take that after just losing my paladin. Tricky, 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 tricky. See what they do. Might be time for that reset button. I don't know about that yet. Thermopolis is offering us 2 guardians and an earthbreaker. This is, as the Rocket League would say, what a save. Also, this army of Marauder Guards might kill that NPC army for me. Which is admittedly only a temporary fix to my larger issues, but... I will take a temporary fix over no fix. I can make a bounty for this brigand camp. It's really telling them to like come down into my territory though. I'm gonna try to build walls. I'll keep working on those earthbreakers for the meantime. Dude, the computer's getting so many cities up right now. Man, we are scaling really bad on power. I'm honestly not sure why we're scaling so bad on our economy right now. You need a Whispering Stone. You went to war. Interesting. And yeah, this has pushed me back towards neutral with you. I literally can't. I don't think I can get any of these guys up. Unless I start picking up things like Silver Tongue. Or start destroying infestations for those stacking relations. So that was actually probably a waste of economy just then. No, he's just gonna let them help. Frostling Influence. That's a heroes who want to join. You're working towards that, which is great. This looks like a dragon nest up here. Sure is. You know what, man? You guys might as well level up off something easier. Give me some XP and clear out some other things in the meantime. You got a blacksmith. Great. Let's grab a shrine because my mana sucks. You got to level up, so let's get fervor whenever you take damage. You got a trade proposal for a wizard spawn. I'm going to give that to you. You've blown up my mind. Then you've been ignored. Okay.
Yeah.
Summon Zealot. Nice. I'll grab Incarnate Merc. You build a shrine. I think let's go with the Stonemason. You got your first signature skill, which is going to be Order, so that you can take Faithful, which is maybe weird, but mostly because I want the Remorse here. Morale builds always kind of take a little bit longer to get online, I find. Kill these guys. I have to fight it so I don't lose that Guardian. I don't know what I'm doing losing Gardens. Wow, this map is beautiful version of this map. With the statues and the falling leaves. I love it. Okay, they are going to come over to me here. That's good. We're just gonna hold. Jump monks. I forgot that they could jump. Kill the retaliation attack. Yeah, he's gonna take a lot if I'm not careful here. Ah, spooky ghost. I forgot that you're a spooky ghost. So you can get straight up on top of him. You might as well go for that flank, then you can get that kill. You're gonna get distracted. Cancel your retaliation attacks. I don't know if I should move here. I lose a strike, that guy gets a strike. But I'm probably the more valuable damage. I want to say, not knowing that that's true. Where's this archer? That ain't it. How much does he do? 16 damage. I have 16 HP. 6, 12. 18 damage. Just give him the mark of invulnerability then, if that's the case. Give him the flank. Let's get this guy out of here. Then we can start bringing up all the other people. You have 5 stacks of fervor, so you might as well take that strengthen. Wow, that was hella rude, but I appreciate what you did. Like, the computer was like, I know I'm losing this unit, but I can take out that one phantasmal warrior. I'm gonna go do that. Guess what I'm saying is respect where respect is due. And we do have an Earthshaker here now as well with us. Okay. My God. One of my few remaining gripes with the game, I wish they'd add a trader setting that lets you randomly see battlefields, maybe restricted by terrain type or something. Yeah, I guess if there was like a way to determine where the battle was fought. 75% of the game fighting on field, forest, farm. I don't know. I always feel like I end up fighting on that map, to be honest, which I don't mind. I don't feel like there's, like, I see too much of one map. I generally feel like the blend is decent. Where are you going? Oh, you're going to go with that. Yeah, that's fine. I'd love to get that Wonderstone also. So since we're here trespassing, we might as well make a meal out of it. There's Bramble Seed's capital. This brigand camp has invaded me. But again, it's with such an impossible army for me to fight right now. We can summon zealots, and zealots only take 8 gold. Like, that's an even harder army, so. Okay. You're still waiting on money. This guy thinks we're a homie. I'd like that defensive pact, but probably not yet. Not if I have to pay for it. Tier 2 archers are OP. They are very good with the Titan bow. I mean, I certainly think they're one of the stronger units that we have access to. What? It's not even turn 30, and they're sending tier 5 mythic units at me. Not only that, they're not meant to have an invasion active right now. I might have to rush these palisade walls. He should, in theory, burn down that quarry beforehand. crazy. This is already a crazy map, dudes. It's just, I just... There's nothing quite like the struggle. Oh my god, the computer has so many cities. That Guardian is still healing. I have a Phantasm Warrior ready, but I don't want to summon him yet. Because I want as much money as I can to summon a Zealot next turn. I need another Shademaker. Yeah, okay, good. I have to boost that. $750. Okay. 750 feels like a number we can work with. Condemnation's pretty good for us. These guys are burning my buildings up here. More people are continuing to try and talk to elder staff. It's not working for any of them, but nothing's working for any of us anyway. So I'm going to be real. I'm going to pull my stone out of here since it's not doing anything, and I'm going to put it in my capital. I should have done this a long time ago, and at least I can get my city stability back up. And you know what? I'm going to do the exact same thing over here. And at least we have something going. You're going to sneak through. All right. Well, at least we know this guy's got cities. This guy's got crazy amount of cities all the way down to here. You've got 3 cities over here. Though it looks like one of them is currently being burned to the ground. We have here and here. I guess an outpost there could work. And then Lucerna for our actual throne city. We're in a tough spot, you know. Our economy is in shambles, but we've got an army at least ready to make these fights. Try to deal with that Lucernan army. Try to deal with that invasion. We at least have walls on Tempelis. The Brigand Camp won't be too hard to fight, especially once we have a couple of levels. Somehow, even with these armies, our stuff is in the positive here. So if I could keep making zealots, I can make another zealot next turn to add up on this. And then we'll just keep continuing. We'll just see how it goes. We got this easy as pie. We'll see. We'll see if we can make it to the promise of paradise, the promised land, but we'll do it in the next video because this is the right spot for this to cut. Give us a little cliffhanger. So we hope you come back and join us then. Until next time.